Hey Geek family, this is Justin. I just wanted to bring you some footage of the Star Wars Battlefront beta. In the beta we had the option of two modes. We had the Capture the Pod mode and the Battle for Hoth. In Capture the Pod mode, you have to stop the enemy forces from capturing these escape pods that drop down. Once they hit the ground, you run up to them and capture them. You hold them for X amount of time, the next pod will drop, and so on and so forth. Battle for Hoth, you basically do what they did in Empire Strikes Back. You have to stop the AT-ATs, or if you're the Imperial, you have to push your AT-ATs to destroy these shield generators. The Battle for Hoth is shown here. I wanted to show this gameplay because this is one of the biggest game modes they had. The drop pod mode was 8 player versus 8 player, while the Battle for Hoth was 20 versus 20. I felt like the Battle for Hoth really showed off what they did with the game too. Not only visually is it stunning, but also adding in the extra vehicles you could drive, as well as the hero units like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. Being a beta, we're locked out of some features. Some of the features are all the weapons. The only weapons we had were 4 different blaster types. We also had a handful of gadgets. Even with this limited inventory, I still felt like I was really part of the Star Wars universe. The real selling point for this game for any Star Wars fan though is really the sights and the sounds. Everything looks so fantastic, and the music and the blaster sounds were on point. I would say the only thing I really had a problem with were some of the vehicles actually. The fact that they made it way too easy to get kills and you can tear apart an enemy defense very easily just kind of made it feel very one-sided. I know that the Imperial forces were way overpowered in the movie. They had a lot of money and a lot of technology at their dispense, but it still made me feel like I could not be stopped. With that being said, being on the Rebel side versus the Imperials really has that perilous feeling, like you're just not going to be able to overcome this evil force. Of course, when you do win and you see that big yellow victory, that just makes you feel even better knowing that you overcame the odds. The two heroes available to play as would be Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. They both control very similar, but they both have their own unique abilities. While Luke Skywalker is much faster than Darth Vader also has range on his side. I was a little apprehensive of the hero units in Battlefront 3. I remember Battlefront 2 and the heroes could drastically change a fight. It's kind of the same thing in this one, but they're on a timer and they kind of have this unique feel about them. They don't really sway the match in either way. They're more of a fan service, and I think that the team who made this just did a fantastic job with that. Because nothing felt cooler than walking across the icy tundra of Hoth in the big black boots of Darth Vader.
You are nothing against the power of the Force.
Flying in the different aircraft like the X-Wings, TIE Fighters, and A-Wings felt fantastic. Once I tweaked the controls to inverter controls, I felt right at home, and the cockpit view looked fantastic. It didn't have the same kind of speed that Battlefield series has with this aircraft, so I really felt like I could support the sky as well as support ground units by firing down at my enemies.
In a Y-wing attack, we must deactivate that uplink station to stop their bombers. Enemy fighter is locked on you.
Right when I turned the beta on, I knew right away I needed this game. I'm a huge Star Wars fan and I love the direction this game went in. I can't wait to see the final product. I'm pretty sure the only thing that could make this game any better would be first-person lightsaber combat. That's all I have to say about the beta. Make sure to hit that like button down there, leave any comments down below, and make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for listening, and remember to keep on geeking on.
Let me get a scout transport onto the field. Affirmative. Heavy ground support on the way.
Their uplink. That should slow down their bombers. Scanners indicate the rebels have activated an uplink station.
Can we get some heavy ground support?
AT-AT ready for combat.
The uplink station has been taken over by the rebels. We must deactivate it in order to stop a Y-wing attack. Readings indicate the enemy uplink is offline.
Rebel ships are about to fire on our walkers. Our AT-AT has been left unprotected. The AT-AT needs protection for a little longer.
Protect our walker. The rebels are inflicting heavy damage. The rebels have activated the uplink. Move on that position.
We must shut down that uplink. The rebels need it to provide their troops with air cover, and without it, they cannot target our walkers.
Rebels offline.
The rebels have taken control of the uplink station.
targeting lock on our walker.
TIE interceptor support urgently requested.
In position. Rebel Y-wings are making their attack run.
Walker has broken through enemy lines and is primed to fire on the main power generator. Need TIE interceptor support now. Our walker is exposed. Defend it from rebel attack.